Good evening and welcome to a very special edition of Mastermind. In a change to our usual format this evening, all of our contestants will be answering questions on the same specialist subject. I wonder what that could be. Let the show begin and let's call up our first contestant. And your specialist subject?
The Life and Times of Jonathan Shalit.
Jonathan Shalit. Jonathan Shalit.
Jonathan Shalit.
Jonathan Shalit.
Jonathan Shalit.
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 Jonathan Shalit.
Sexy Shalit.
And I say that to the betterment of all my clients.
Apart from the new Mrs. Shalit, what is Jonathan's greatest love in life?
I'd say food.
Cake.
In fact, he's probably been seen more times in M&S than I have.
Stuffing his face at the Ivy, right?
Room service came on, he went,
I'm Jonathan Shalit, and I'm with the world-famous opera singer Russell Watson, who's sold more records in this country than any other classical singer ever. Where is our food?
Food. Everyone knows that.
I am possibly the thinnest of all the family.
How has Jonathan Shalit used his very special relationship with the press to the betterment of his clients?
Jonathan never misses an opportunity to promote his clients.
Jonathan regularly turns down interviews because he realises the client is always more important than the impresario.
Jonathan has always wanted to be famous.
Jonathan is definitely the most famous person in the family.
Anytime I want to know anything about Jonathan, I pick up the Daily Mail.
I sometimes don't know if I'm doing PR for him or his clients.
Being famous and promoting brand Shalit. It's global, you know.
At least, I suppose, when I was stuck in his lift once, he did manage to call the fire service just before the press.
It's global, you know.
In 2005, whilst being interviewed on Sky News, how did Eamon Holmes describe Jonathan Shalit's dress sense?
Pass. Red socks, blue suit, three-piece, crushed velvet round the collar.
But if you want some style tips, then ask his new wife. I did the dress.
Suits. Not sure that there's more than one.
He's only got one suit, hasn't he?
He owns two. A blue one and a not blue one.
It's a bit regal, isn't it? He thinks he's King Shalit.
Red socks, red socks. He's driving me bonkers. He spends all the company money on red socks.
I know everyone digs about Jonathan's dress sense, but I actually really like his red socks.
He resembles my childhood icon, which is Penfold.
Toad of Toad Hall.
Kind of like cross between Penfold and Toad of Toad Hall.
Gianni Versace said to me prior to his terrible death, without Jonathan, or as he calls him, Penfold, says, there would never be Versace.
How do Jonathan's clients, colleagues and even business rivals describe his somewhat idiosyncratic working practices?
Totally tenacious.
Well, the shop's never shut.
You think those emails are work-related and to his clients?
I'm the only person I know that can email me at 4 and 5 a.m. and that'd be normal.
Total pain in the arse. 7 days a week.
He doesn't know the word no.
Even on his wedding night.
And being one of his clients, that's the best kind of person to have.
He spends all day emailing my mum, my sister and I.
Even though he's my agent, he makes me feel like I work for him. I don't know how he does it.
I genuinely believe that there are 7 Shalits, and they are placed in different areas of the country or even world.
I even became Jewish for him to make myself more interesting.
Which music awards have Jonathan's clients consistently won, prompting Stevie Wonder to describe him as the Jewish Berry Gordy?
Now, I've won 4 Marlboro Awards, and Jonathan has won more than me.
Jonathan Shalit is the most famous Jamaican.
He's white.
According to Jay-Z, who Jonathan Shalit introduced me to,
He's Jewish.
Jonathan Shalit invented, created and is behind the scenes running the Mobos.
I'm not trying to be racist, but come on.
He has a very serious skin complaint like Michael Jackson had. He's actually black.
Shalit would describe himself as a showbiz impresario. I've started, so I'll finish. Shalit would describe himself as a showbiz impresario, a global superstar maker, and somewhat of a superstar himself. But how do those who know and really love him describe him?
Kind.
Soft as a kitten.
Loyal to the end and beyond.
Charmer.
Teddy bear, but a teddy with claws, especially when he's defending people that he loves.
I think a lot of people think they know Jonathan.
He's actually a really sweet, generous and genuine human being.
But anyone lucky enough to know the real Jonathan will know they've got a friend for life.
And he's a very good son.
Those of us who love him
He's changed my life.
see through the act and still love the show.
He is just the most kind, the most generous employer I have ever known.
The most misunderstood genius within music management.
I mean, who else would send his staff for a naked spa in Paris with Kelly Brook?
Well, at the end of that round, I have to say all the contestants did pretty well. But when it comes to Jonathan, there's only one true mastermind.
My goodness, you all seem to know so much about my new husband, but when it comes to Jonathan, I'm the mastermind of his heart, and I'm so excited to spend the rest of our lives together.